My leg doesn't bend well anymore. Yeah. Why are we always stuck wearing the Minion jerseys? We're always stuck wearing the Minion jerseys. And they get to wear black jerseys. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. The only good thing is Tiana was in the earlier one. That doesn't happen very often. Yeah, I don't know. All right, welcome to the start of the game on the Nasmik, Austin, Morgan, Macarith, and Gordillo. This is Macarith, puts it over for Morgan. Morgan slides this deep for Gordillo. Gordillo comes in the slot shot. That's up and over top of the net, wide glove hand side. Austin with it now is Gordillo high. Austin circling back. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Austin over for Gordillo. That's behind her. It's going to bounce off the boards. Gordillo tries to throw this at the net. That gets blocked. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Saucer pass in front. Bounces off a leg. Macarith picks this up. Macarith slides this up for Finley. Finley's backhand shot. That's off the goalie up and into the corner. That's put up in the center. Alice bounces off of a stick. Nasmik back to play it. Held there by two Prairie Fire girls. Going to throw this up to center ice. Gets by both Bree and Adams. And blown dead for, looks like a penalty. So penalty, 2 minutes 15, time of the penalty, 8:59. That'll bring about the first power play of the evening. I will try to eliminate that bloom as much as I can. Finley, Bree, Adams, Waldner, Sierra on the power play. 8:54 remaining. This is Bree in center ice, drops this for Finley. Finley shot, that's way wide, blocker side. Bree now with it. Bree circling around us. Finley in front and Adams far low post. Bree drops this for Finley. Finley goes in front. Nice blocker save there by the tender. Picks up that. Adams is watching. No, it's behind her in an awkward situation. She slid it right out. She slid it right out to Adams. I don't think that was meant to happen. Or maybe she meant that to happen. I don't know. Adams drops that for Finley. On will come Bella. Finley leaves that for Bella. Alyssa's on now. Their line's changing on steps, Bell, sorry. Bella checked. Loose ring, blue line. Bell picks this up. Bell holds, puts this off the boards for Alyssa. Alyssa, shot clock will expire. Kind of a late indication there. So it'll be goalie ring. Prairie Fire make their way up the ice. Being harassed there by Alyssa. Off of Alyssa's skates. That Sierra puts this in for Waldner. Waldner gives chase. Picks this up. Has Alyssa far side. That'll go to Alyssa. Alyssa comes in. Puts this off of Bella's skate. Just went wide. Now Bella with it. Bella on her backhand, back to Alyssa. Alyssa shot down low, rebound out front, played back to the goalie. Goalie just shoots this out. Definitely a hockey goalie. Prairie Fire will dump it in. Goes around the net. Picked up by Radford. Radford with it in the corner. Radford played up against by Bella to center ice. Now dumped in off the half wall. Prairie Fire will gain the zone here on a cross-ice pass, coming in front of the slot. Now reverses it. 87 setting up. In the triangles, Morgan, Radford, and Davey, sorry. Couldn't see the other number. Austin with it, this at center ice. Austin dumps this all the way down. Gordillo in pursuit. Picked off there by Prairie Fire defense. Put up into center ice, 6:30 remaining, 0-0 the score here. One early power play for Manitoba didn't pan out. Clearing attempt blocked. Morgans puts this up to Gordillo. Somebody screamed and it sounded a lot like a whistle, so the players stopped. So Austin with it. Austin puts this over for Radford. Radford makes a move, puts that in deep for Finley. Finley's shot, that stopped. Nope. I thought she was going to play it back to the goalie, elected not to. He's going to play this rink wide. Prairie Fire will start out. They have 4 on the bench, so if they push the pace, this should kind of go in their favor. Cardio-wise, anyways. Being watched by Adams. Prairie Fire are going to move this out into center ice. That'll go all the way down into the zone. In trouble is Macker. If he plays this out to center ice, that's going to come right back in the zone. Prairie Fire gain possession. He's setting up here, fakes a shot. Now comes in, shot scores. First shot on the net didn't go the way we wanted it to. Came in and snuck in between, through the armpit of Marcina. Time of that goal, 5:27. That'll put Prairie Fire on the board first. A point-blank shot. And Macker to take this at center ice. Thought about passing it out wide. That didn't work out. Dumps it in. Picked up there by Prairie Fire. Behind the back, no looker pass. That goes right to Finley. Those backhand no looker passes, I don't know. When they work, they look good, but when they don't, oh boy. Nazmic drops this for Bella. Bella has Alyssa in front. Bell out far. That goes off Alyssa's stick just wide. Alyssa will pick this up now. Bella in front. Ooh, almost ran into Alyssa. Picked up there, number 9. Blue Line Monster got one of the Prairie Fire girls. Dumped in the zone. Prairie Fire will set up shop here with 18 seconds in the shot clock. 4:40 remaining in the first. 1-0 Prairie Fire. Bella, Macker with Nazmic. Your triangle. Shot clock ticking down now to 9 seconds. They'll dump that behind the net. Now bounce it off Marcina. Bounces back to Marcina. Marcina will fake the drop. Now tosses this out. Knocked out of the air though. Prairie Fire. Marcina on the wrong end. Now she's on the right end. 2 feet down. Always preferable over butt down. Prairie Fire holding here as clock ticks down. Gretzky coming in. Played wide by Nazmic. Gretzky in front of the crease. Now in the crease. But for some reason they said we were in the crease. So Prairie Fire are going to start with the ring. 4:01 remaining here in the... I think it's the first... We played 4 10s? They have to be, right? Yeah. In the first. It's so confusing to play 4 10s when we're home. Drop back in front. Picked off there by Wallner. Wallner did some trouble against Gretzky. Wallner does play this off the boards. To Bell. Bell picks this up. Bell runs into the back checkers. Bell upended hard. No call on the play. Bella joins in. Loose ring bounces out for Wallner. Intercepted by Prairie Fire. They're going to play this down deep in the zone. Plays cross ice. That goes a little wide. Prairie Fire picked this up off the half wall. Slid in front to Crosby. Crosby puts that behind the net. No looker backhand pass. Bella has 6 overhand. Now in front for Crosby. In tight. Hits the side of the net. Crosby puts it back for Gretzky. I don't know if these two ever played together formally. 17th shot. That's off Marcina. Nice stop there. Sierra picks this up, slides this up for Gordillo. Gordillo puts it in and out of the zone, but nobody saw it, so it's all good. Plays that deep. In and out. Hey, it's so quick, no one saw it but us. Morgan. Backhand shot. That goes wide into the corner. Shot clock down to 7. Ooh, Gordillo just hacked that. Plays that in front. That should reset the shot clock does, but unfortunately Prairie Fire will gather this up. Played back. Austin watching her girl. That's dumped into the Manitoba zone. Back to play. This is 75 with a tape indicating a not 15. Not 15 in the corner. Coming out, 10 seconds left. Drops that. Quick shot off a body wide. Back to play, it's Davies. Davies, backhand pass, clearing attempt, intercepted by Not 15. Not 15 slides that in front. And that'll bounce out wide. Prairie Fire maintain control. Cuts in, makes a move. Backhand pass to Not 15. That just goes wide. That was like, for a no-looker backhand pass, that almost worked. There's a no-looker backhand pass. Right between the legs shot. Good D there by Radford to take that away. They're pulling out the trick shots now. Oh, that should be too many men. But it's not. For reasons unknown. That'll be played up to Finley. And back to Radford. Back up to Finley. Finley puts us in deep for Adams. Adams will pick that up with 14 seconds left on the shot clock. We have our own Gretzky, 99 Adams. Adams puts us across for Bree. Breeze tries to slide that in front for Finley off a stick. We'll bounce off the goalie, so that'll at least reset the shot clock. A minute 2 remaining here in the first. 1-0 Prairie Fire. It'll go to Finley. Finley shot wide up and over top, glove hand side. Goes back to Adams. Adams against Gretzky, both 99s. Pass deflected, intercepted. Prairie Fire goalie. She'll grab this, plays this into the corner. They'll start up ice. Put up for the real 15. She runs into Adams. Adams will strip her of the ring. Puts it up to Finley. That was both sides, but they're not calling that today. So that's okay for us anyways. As long as we're the ones getting away with it. Prairie Fire starting up. Have 3 girls up high into the neutral zone. Picked up there by number 11. That might as well call her Mark Messier. Dumped it to the corner for Crosby. As Messier and Gretzky. How's that for a Hall of Fame lineup? Gretzky runs into Messier. Gretzky plays this across. There's number 9, Wendell Clark. In front for Gretzky. Goes right to Crosby. Good diving save by Marcina. Gets a glove hand on that. That'll go to Macfred. And that'll end the period. Your score after 1-0. Top of the second coming up. All right, welcome to top of the second. Prairie Fire going to start with the ring. Plays that across. Shot scores. They put that right out of the crossbar. No mistake there. Marcina slid across, but did what she could do to take away the bottom half of the net. That'll make it 2-0 Prairie Fire. Time of that goal, 9:48. So on the ice is Waldner, Sierra, Bell, who I should call Gracie, to be honest. Gracie, nice stab with the ring. Gracie coming in. Gracie looking, holding. Has Alyssa and Bella in front. Drops out in the corner for Bella. Bella drops this for Alyssa. Alyssa heading in front. Coming around. Tries to bank it off the goalie. That didn't materialize. That'll reset the shot clock. 9:17 remaining in the first. 2-0 Prairie Fire. Bounced off the half wall. Coming out front, being checked by Alyssa and Waldner. Good checking there. Turns the ring over. Gracie pinned up against the blue line. Nice job dropping it for Alyssa. Alyssa plays this in for Waldner. They're heading for a change. Waldner will gain the zone. Waldner has Morgan and Gordillo up high. Waldner drops this for Morgan. Morgan hooked. Shot. Looked like it might have had some room there. In the most awkward fashion possible. The goalie drops it behind the net. Really like that Skinner Marinky Dinky Dink dance. Morgan. They even do that anymore? Ooh. Intercepted. Waldner jumps, picks, just runs some mild interference there. Morgan with it now. Morgan puts this up for Gracie. Drops that for Morgan. Morgan coming, backhand shot. Oh, jeez. Comes across. Gets a glove on it. Keep the scoreless for Manitoba. Played out for Crosby. Crosby puts that rink wide to the real 15. The real 15 shot. Marcina gets a stop on that in front. Davies has a bouncing ring. Tries to clear up to center. But Crosby, you won't hear this very often, but Crosby found on the pass. Puts that up for Austin, who is now skating the right way. Austin puts that rink wide for Radford. Radford back for Davies. Davies back in. Off of Gordillo's stick. She's going to end up with it anyways. Gordillo coming in. Shot. That's blocked out wide. Prairie Fire start their way up ice. Put in the center ice. Radford makes a dive bomb attempt. No go. Davies gets a stick on it. Finley back checks. Bouncing ring. Prairie Fire going to end up with this. Good effort though, back checking. I think the 17 circling out wide. 7:20 remaining here in the second. 17 trying to barge her way in. Bad angle shot. Marcina stops that. Drops this behind the net to Finley. Finley puts this up for Bree. Bree will get this. Bree tries to put this back in for Finley. He's forced out of the zone. Now gives this back for Bree. Shot clock down to 7. Bree put this in front for Adams. Shot clock down to 3 now. Adams throws this at the net. Does reset the shot clock. Gets a backward job there by Adams. Adams is Finley behind the net. Adams takes a shot. That's stopped. They just kind of parted the seas for her there. She took the opportunity. Mackrith puts this off the half. Ooh. Bree just got caught skates with the other defender, probably about 6 feet from the boards. Look at an awkward spill. Got up right away though. Put out in the center ice. Prairie Fire will enter the zone. Manitoba changing. Prairie Fire circling here. Cuts it in deep. Marcina holds rink wide on a way too hard pass. I'd be surprised if they're able to get that. Crosby with it. Shot clock down to 3, 2, 1. Circles around. Circling. Isn't going to get a shot off. That'll ring about the buzzer. This would be goalie ring Manitoba. 5:50 left in the second. 2-0 Prairie Fire. Marcina going to give it to. Now gives it to Bella. Bella has to dodge some heavy traffic. Bella circles back. Bella puts this up for Alyssa. That'll be batted in. Nasnik with it. Puts this up for Gracie. Gracie's going to have to hurry. There's got a backchecker on her. Puts this up for Bella. Bella in front for Alyssa. Intercepted by the Prairie Fire girl. Put rink wide. And they're going to get out into the neutral zone to the real 15. Put in deep for Gretzky. Gretzky holding in the corner. A bit of rubbing out by Waldner. I like that. In front. Pausing. Now plays that back in front. Shot clock ticking down to 5. Waldner's going to grab this and head up ice. Waldner puts this up. Picked off there by Morgan. Morgan plays this over for Sierra. Sierra in deep for Austin. Austin leaves this for Gordillo. Gordillo cuts in, can't get a shot away. Loose rebound, not gathered up by Austin. It was all over the place. It was rolling, bouncing, played in. That was nowhere near the Prairie Fire girl. So Waldner will intercept, put this off the half wall in neutral zone. Austin tries to play that back up. That's going to die in front of the penalty box. Number 10, Del Howarchuk plays that in for Wendell Clark. Wendell Clark circling in the zone. Plays that out wide to not 15. Not 15. In front. Nice pass. Now a pass in front. Backhand shot. Marcina gets across. Shuts the door. Rebound go out to Waldner. Waldner leisurely taking it up the ice. Ooh. Austin not so leisurely checked. Sierra puts that across for Waldner. Waldner up for Finley. Finley up for Adams. 2-on-1 materializing. Adams shot. That stopped. Prairie Fire girl does a complete 360. Finds someone eventually. That'll be put up in the center ice. A little too far for the real 15. Gretzky grabs this, but fortunately for Gretzky, there's no breakaway passes here in Ringette. Not over two lines anyways. So that'll come all the way back into the Prairie Fire zone. 2-0 score, 3:22 remaining here in the second. On the ice, Finley, Bree, Adams, Davies, and Radford. Finley, or Bree, gives this to Finley. Finley has Adams in front. Bree circling out way wide. Finley behind the back pass. Bree knocks that down, then stripped to the ring. That'll be passed up to Crosby. Crosby gives that to the real 15, who tries to slide that across. Good work by Radford to break that up. Drops that back along the boards. Shot clock at 15 seconds, 2:51 remaining. Crosby, nice move. It was backhand, forehand shot. Marcina stops that. Marcina tosses it up high. It's a very tall girl. Gives this up for Bella. Bella tries to put this in for Gracie. Gracie getting the full NASCAR rub out. Gracie with it. Gracie. Alyssa wide open, didn't see her. Gracie drops this for Bella. Bella leaves this for Alyssa. Alyssa. Backhand shot. Stopped. All these little shots 5-hole. I kind of don't know what's going on. Pass out into the neutral zone. Goes over two lines. Oh, they said she touched it. News to me. Makareth picks it up. Makareth puts this across for Bella. That's too far for her. Alyssa's going to pick up the loose ring. Alyssa drops this over for Nasmik. Nasmik cutting in. Back to Alyssa. Runs into her girl, which is Dale Howardchuk. They knocked out a mouth guard. In front, backhand shot, stopped by Marcina. Alyssa dives, picks up the ring. Alyssa will clear this up for Gracie. Gracie puts this back for Makareth. Makareth up for Gordillo. Gordillo cutting in, gets a shot off a glove. I think it was off the glove. No, they're saying it was off of Morgan. Morgan drops this for Austin. Austin slides this in front. That makes it to everybody. Now Morgan fans on it. That'll just slide to the Prairie Fire goalie. She'll play this out wide. Bounce off the boards into the neutral zone. Overskating it was Wendell Clark. Picked up now by Austin. Austin, center ice with it. Holding, puts this back over for Waldner. Waldner putting that cross. Crosby read that, gets a stick on it. Austin now checking hard. Loose ring goes up and into the Prairie Fire bench. That'll bring about a stoppage in play here with 45 seconds remaining. 2-0 score of Prairie Fire. But the good news is Manitoba will get the ring in the Prairie Fire zone. Finley, Adams, Bree, Sierra, and Waldner on the ice. Bring up the zoom a little bit, I guess. That'll be played along the far boards for Bree. Bree skating around the net. Bree holds, pause, tries to make a move. It's checked. Now he's bumped off the ring. Prairie Fire with it. Makes a dangerous pass in front, but it worked out. Crosby up to Gretzky. Gretzky being checked by Sierra. Gretzky plays that rink wide for Howardchuk. Howardchuk back for Gretzky. Team Canada connection there from the 80s. Gretzky with it behind the net. Go figure. Sierra picks this up. Intercepts a pass. He checked by Prairie Fire. Now gets it. Backhands this out. That'll end the period. Your score after 2-0 for Prairie Fire. Top of the third coming up. All right, welcome to the top of the third. They don't put that up there on the board. Maybe the things are burnt out. Drop back for Alyssa. Alyssa centering pass. Gets by Gracie. Goes right to the Prairie Fire girl. Crosby with a head of steam. Crosby up to the real 15. Alyssa gets back. Intercepts that pass. Right up for Gretzky. Gretzky cutting in. Triangle reform. Marcina makes a nice stop. Marcina drops the string. Bella in a whole lot of trouble getting hooked harder than a bad comedian on Friday night at Yuck Yucks. Is Yuck Yucks still around? Lissa comes in, bodies everywhere. Real 15 stripped of the ring, gets put up for Radford. Radford over for Alyssa. Alyssa coming in. Looking, shooting stop there. Iterating the Prairie Fire emblem. I wanted to say P, but that's just a G-rated show, I guess. That'll be put up to the neutral zone. Dumped in by Messier. Radford gets a nice stick on it. Radford intercepts out in the corner. Radford with her. Going to play this out into the neutral zone for Gordillo. Gordillo wide open, no pressure on her. Is going to play this all the way down. Yeah, good play there by Messier. Playing defense up to Wendell Clark. Backhand pass across. 17. Where the heck is 17 in the NHL? That'll be dumped in to Wendell Clark. Quickly around. Shot clock down to 10. Played in front. Bounces off a skate. Picked up by the not 15. Out wide, Prairie Fire circling again. The shot clock resets. Quick shot down low, kick down, rebound. Marcina makes that save too. A series of saves there by Marcina. Plays it all along the half wall over for Katie. Katie puts this up for Morgan. Morgan does pick it up. Morgan puts this rink wide, intercepted by Wendell. Played back by the real not 15. In the corner. Crosby joins her. Crosby fakes the shot, comes in. Marcina handles that, finds it, tosses this out for Mackworth. Mackworth cuts back against the checking pressure. Now bounces this off the boards for Austin. That was a nice breakout pass off the boards. Austin tries passing, and that's picked off by the Prairie Fire. Austin on her girl. That's dropped back, played outside the zone. Now rink wide as they go east-west. That bounces over 2 lines. She's going to sit there and wait for runs up like a golf swing. Hope she hooks fork before that one. That was intimidating. Put over to Macra. Macra in for Adams. Adams gains his own, circling around. Adams in front for Finley. Shot clock down to 8. Finley plays this to Bree. That'll bounce off the boards. Picked off by Prairie Fire. 6:30 remaining here in the third. 2-0 Prairie Fire. That'll be put up for the real 15. Bounces off the tip of her stick. Now skating back. Now played back to the blue line. Danny McCowan, number 3, put up for Gretzky. Gretzky walking in, shot clock down to 8. Gretzky holds, puts this down to the push for Crosby. Marcina gets a piece of that. That'll bounce into the corner. And Prairie Fire will regather this ring. Making some changes, cutting into Lowry. Lowry's 17. Marcino grabbed that. Marcino plays this into the corner, picked up by Sierra. Sierra bounces this off the boards. Adams trying to make a play on her center ice. She's got 2 forecheckers on her. Back to Sierra. Sierra with it. Put it up for Bree. Bree checked. Ooh, no call there. That's good. Prairie Fire holding it. Dumped in along the boards for Lowry. Lowry coming in 3-on-2. Prairie Fire. Good checking by Waldner. Allow time for Bella to get off the bench and regain center. Good checking there. Played in front. Lowry gains the backhand. Marcinez wants to kick it out, but she slapped it out with her Keeley trapper, they call it. Lowry puts this in tight. Wendell Clark shoots, scores for the 5. That'll make it 3-0. Time of that goal, 5:06. Prairie Fire jump out to a 3-0 lead here. On the ice you have, this is Davies to Radford. Gracie has it along the boards. Gracie with it. I think she checked, might have dropped that to Alyssa. Gracie. Gracie with it. Slides that in front, takes a bad bounce, goes right to the goalie. That'll be just chucked into the boards. Now bring it out to Prairie Fire. They're going to put that into the neutral zone. That'll be dumped in. Davies going to rim that around into the corner. Radford with it. Radford can't maintain control. Picked up by the not real 15. Not 15. Drops that into the corner for Wendell Clark. Stripped to the ring was Crosby. But it goes back to Wendell. He drops that for Gretzky. He never seems to leave the ice, but you would think that, but they only have 4 on the bench. So someone can not leave the ice. Shot off of Marcina's pad. Radford cleared the rebound back to Marcina. Marcina being, I don't know, like Matthew Barnaby by Crosby. If you remember Matthew Barnaby, he turned around and faced the goalie. The puck was at the point, and Matthew Barnaby had his back turned to the play and just basically harassed the goalie. Shot and scores. Somehow stuck through Marcina. Down low somehow. I don't know how that went in, but that'll make it 4-0 nonetheless. Time of that goal, 3:34. And Prairie Fire jumped to a commanding 4-0 lead here. Out is Austin, Nasmik, Makarov, Morgan. And down the corner is Gordillo. That'll be rimmed around for Gordillo. Takes a bounce, gets by her. Prairie Fire will pick this up down in the zone. I'll play this out into the neutral zone. Makarov gets a stick on that, but hard to check Gretzky. Gretzky will play that down deep. For Crosby, back in front for Gretzky. Gretzky coming back out. Goes for a backhand, back to forehand. Oh, almost a 3-way passing play to Crosby. That was kind of pretty. Marcina with the ring. Marcina puts this behind the net. Nasmik with it. Coming out. Bounces this off the boards. That'll go to... No! Howard Chuck. Hawerchuk throws this up. Walking in is Lowry. Backhand shot up and over top of the net. Mackereth picks this up behind the net. Starting up for Manitoba. Puts this over for Gordillo. Gordillo dumps this in. Back to get it is Austin. In the corner. Messier plays that over for Hawerchuk. Hawerchuk skating up ice, holds, now looks, has Lowry at center ice, bounces off her skate into the zone. She'll just touch this. Yeah, these girls are too smart for that. So with 2:13 remaining here in the third, 4-0 Prairie Fire. We're called Manitoba what? We call Manitoba Buffalo, Bisons. Do we even have a name? That sucks. Yeah, but calling ourselves Bisons. Yeah, now we're. Well, we can't call us Buffalo because what's the plural of just Buffalo? Buffalo is the plural, right? That's terrible. Yeah, but that's a national team. Shot. Did she hit the post? Oh, there you go. If I could put up a poll, I'd put up a poll. You could vote on what to call us. Waldner. What's that terrible Eskimo elk? That's awful. Because they call elks. They call themselves the elks, which is wrong because elk is plural for. It's not elks. No. That's like calling yourself the gooses. Bella in front. That'll expire the shot clock. This will be goalie ring here. 108. That's one of the worst named teams in professional sports. Edmonton Elks. Come on now. Played up the center ice. Hawerchuk gets that in. Bella backtracks. Bounces off her skate. Goes to Radford. Radford puts on the brakes. Radford plays this up for Davies. Davies avoids a check. Throws that into center ice. Gracie, somebody, nobody, Prairie Fire. Bella flying around. Gretzky's got it. Bella's banged up a bit. She's going to head to the bench. They're going to blow that dead. Out will come Morgan. Bella a bit shaken up. Looks like she landed on the elbow. This will be Prairie Fire's ring here. No call on the play. 35 seconds remaining. Prairie Fire will just play this out. This is Messier. Dumps it in for Crosby. Gets it around Radford. Crosby breaking in. Backhand shot. That was way wide. In the corner for Gretzky. Marcina did get a piece of it though. Crosby to Gretzky. Gretzky shot back by Radford. Rebound. Now Marcina stops that. In front. They all converge on the real 15. A bit of a shoulder in the jaw of Morgan. The real 15 now. Slides this along the ice. Picked up there by Radford. And that'll end the period. Your score after 3, 4-0 Prairie Fire. Top of the fourth coming up. All right, they just started the game very quickly. It's dumped in for Lowry. Lowry cutting across, gains the slot. Lexnock the shoot, holding this Messier in front. He's moved from defense to forward. Shot clock down to 7. Dropped by Wendell. Shot, rebound in front. Played out wide to Gordillo. Morgan with the ring, looking for anybody. Gives it to Makariff. Makariff can count as anybody. Makariff dumps this in, being checked along the boards. Gordillo picks this up. Gordillo, shot, stop. Every time we've shot on net, we managed to bullseye the goalie. It's all about intimidation here late in the game. Not the real 15. Plays this rink wide. Finley gets a stick on that, overskated by Lowry. Now picked up by Finley. Finley puts this up over for Nasnik. Nasnik off for Bree. Bree skating around the net. Puts that off the stick of Finley. Bree overskates it. Now goes back to Finley. Adams wide open. Shot. That stopped there. Bree plays this down for Finley. Plays back for Bree. That gives outside the zone. Howardchick gives chase. Bree re-enters the zone. Shot clock to 15 now. Everything's slowed right down. Now Bree drops this for Finley. Finley shot. That goes off the goalie's blocker. Adams will pick this up. Adams has a wraparound attempt. Scores! Adams on a wraparound attempt. This goalie took forever and a day to get there. Good realization by Adams to put that in. Then that'll put Manitoba on the board. Time of that goal, 8:08. Played into the zone. The real 15. Circling back. Now plays that short side. Gretzky plays that across. Shot clock down to 4. Coming in front. Crosby backhand shot. That's stopped by Marcina. Gretzky gathers this up behind the net. Plays that over for the real 15. She'll play that in tight. No shot. Back to Gretzky. Gretzky gets a shot off the net. I don't know why that was blown dead, but blown dead. Marcina's got the ring. Plays this behind the net to Sierra. Sierra up for Finley. Finley up for Bella. Bella cutting in. Bounced around. Bella gets the ring back. Bella has Gracie up high. Alyssa now entering your screen. Bella leaves us for Alyssa. Alyssa cutting in. Hit the shot, short side, stop, gets her rebound. Alyssa cutting it wide, drops this for Bella. Bella picking it up. Bella backhand shot. Gets her own rebound. This line with some good pressure here. Bella picks this up. Bella holding, dropping this for Alyssa. Alyssa drops this for Gracie. Gracie has it, tries to feed that in front. That's blocked by Messier. And Lowry has it. Lowry with a head full of steam. East-west out for Messier. Messier checked by Alyssa. Bell does a good job of leaving that for Alyssa. Alyssa holding it. It's going to leave this smartly for Davies as that whole line's going to go for a change. Davies coming in, fakes a shot, drops this for Morgan. Morgan, short side steer out wide. 6:07 remaining now in the fourth. 4-1 the score. That comes in front, centering pass intercepted. Loose rebound picked up there by Gordillo. Gordillo cutting in, gains a slot, elects to keep up high. Morgan in tight. They do a really good job of placing that stick down there, taking away that pass. That'll go over to Austin. Austin forced out. I can't find the ring. The ring was sliding with her in her feet at the same speed she was backing up. And that makes that really hard to see. Wendell Clark in the middle of your TV screen. Plays that back down in deep for Howard Chuck. Played that up, but could have been too many men. Wendell Clark tries to slide that across. Marcina gets a piece of that. There wide, you have Morgan, Radford, Davies, Bree, and Finley on the ice. Morgan trapped in the defensive zone. Prairie Fire holding it. Know that. Shot clock down to 9. Crosby in deep. Lowry's shot. I don't think that was very close. Now Crosby throws this in on net. Picked off there. Finley went under zone. Morgan will clear. Prairie Fire. We don't need line changes. Probably because they can't. Or one person can't at all. Plays over for Gretzky. Gretzky cuts in. Can't get a shot away. Good checking. Now, they'll go to Crosby. She puts that up and over top of the net. Crosby holding it. Feeds that right in front. Gretzky tried to tip that on the way in. That'll be played out to the neutral zone. Breeze slides into our zone. Picked up there by Prairie Fire. This is going to be a hooking call that should be a tripping call, but it is a call nonetheless. So number 3, 2 minutes hooking, time of that penalty, 4:03. That'll put Manitoba on the power play. I guess Bree, Finley, Adams, Mackworth, Nasmith. This is Finley over for Mackworth as the goalie's on the bench here, 4 minutes remaining. They back to Mackworth. Mackworth tries to slide that across the Bree. That's picked off by Messier. Marcina gets back on the ice. Pretty good play there by Messier to just bounce it off the boards to get it around Bree. Adams with it, now upended. Now stolen by the Prairie Fire. Now placed along the boards by Wendell Clark. In tight, Mackworth battling with Lowry. Mackworth beats up Lowry. Played up for Bree in the neutral zone. Bree puts that across over for Nasmith. Nasmith plays this over for Finley. Alyssa coming on. Finley holding. Finley puts this over for Mackworth. Tries to play it back to Finley. Finley shot. Rebound comes out into the corner. Alyssa with it. Alyssa over for Finley. Finley, shot blocked. Played back into the tender. That'll be tossed out into the corner. Prairie Fire will gain the neutral zone. Good breakaway attempt there. It's good stick by Mackworth to take that away with 2:40 remaining here in the fourth. The Manitoba Bisons. We should just steal that name. Played in front. Bella with it. Bella has this, plays this up for Gracie. Gracie stripped to the ring by Howard Chuck. Howard Chuck plays that up to the real 15. Bella trying to get back, making life difficult for the real 15. Now played out wide. Crosby bumped out wide by Bella, plays that in front, that gets by everybody. Nasmith does get a stick on it. Good job by Nasmith, played up for Gracie. Gracie does take this. Gracie, upended, and stripped to the ring. That'll be played back into the offensive zone. And Prairie Fire will set up again with 1:42 remaining. Now go into the neutral zone. Played back in by Howard Chuck. Oh no, almost played back in. Now they played back in. As I'm going to go out and betting wager here with 5 seconds left remaining. Shot clock, one-timer down low. Low post. Marcina makes a stop. The Prairie Fire very good at keep away. And apparently getting it as Gretzky intercepted the goalie ring. Why don't we go? We should go at him. There's only a minute left. There we go. Now we're more aggressive. This is better. Played back for Howard Chuck. Howard Chuck plays this down for Wendell. Wendell, east-west. Shot coming down, tip behind. Now off Marcina. Marcina's in a battle. Prairie Fire scooped this back up. Played into the corner for Gretzky. Gretzky back for Clark. Now back for Gretzky. And they're just going to keep shooting this back and forth. Need to go man on here. Everyone grab a girl. And then you have your loose roamer go at the ring. Because we're getting worked here. Back to Gretzky. 3 seconds after shot clock. Picked off by Sierra. Plays that into the neutral zone. Fortunately, Howard chucks there. And she gave it right to Morgan. Austin. Whoa, that should have been a tripping call all day long. And for some reason was not. Now we played over Howard Chuck. In front, all alone. Crosby shot. Backhand goes wide. And that'll end the game here. Your final score, 4-1 for the Prairie Fire over the Manitoba Buffalo or Bisons. We're not sure what to call them yet. Anyways, that's the end of the game. See you next time.